really care where this goes. Alright, let's begin. So this course is mainly going to be about main to advanced level players who are looking to make the break into advanced playoffs, or maybe that advanced scout who thinks he can play an invite but is missing out on some key fundamentals that really separate, you know, the top 4 advanced scouts to the mid invite scouts, or, you know, even the low invite to playoff scouts. There's a huge difference between players who have good, you know, it's all about DM. Every scout has pretty much an equal level of DM in invite. There's never a situation really. It's not often where, you know, I take a 1v1 on the flank, or like I take a 1v1 and I lose every time, or the other guy loses every time. You know, it's usually a coin flip, and that's why DM doesn't matter. You could have the sickest DM in the world, yeah, it helps, but having terrible positioning, terrible calls, and terrible fights that you're choosing is what's going to affect your team's gameplay. As the combo scout, it's one of the most important things is to maintain your positioning and to also maintain your health, maintain your ammo. There's a lot of things I look for. So let's just start with, you know, how you should like start a mid as like a scout. So you don't want to just only tunnel one thing. So the whole point of playing scout, I just look for openings. So what I mean by an opening, so for example, let's say we're starting out the mid right side. I got sigh here, and he's gonna rotate right. So what I usually do is I wait for an opening. This is where I usually start most of my mids if I wanna select this right here. If I'm sitting up here, you're in a position where you can choose what you want to do. You're in a position where you're not, you know, gonna fucking blow up, but you're also not in a position where you're baiting your team. I can easily rotate here and shoot someone for 80. I can easily rotate over here and shoot someone for 80. Equally, I can also get shot by a sticky for 60 damage and take a fuckload of damage. There's a lot of things that you got to take into account. If I'm playing here, I'm playing a more passive information-based game. Usually here, you're gonna deny soldiers. That's pretty fucking obvious. But if I'm playing up here and my team's here, I need to be able to do damage. If you're in this position and you're using your buff and you're not doing any damage and you're just fucking sitting here getting shot by 2 things, and now you need to fall back and get health, you did nothing. That mid was worthless to me. So what I would do personally is I would kind of just float back and forth, and I look for certain like triggers that teams do. Like if they go left, as soon as I start seeing their team cross like behind like terrain, this is where a lot of people don't, you know, people don't really take into account as what the other team sees. For example, if I'm playing, you know, the other team's demo man and they're going right, they don't see me right now. They don't know if I'm gonna jump here. They don't know if I'm gonna push across up here. If I'm gonna drop down. If I'm gonna go to the right. They don't know what I'm going to do if they don't see me. Only people who can really see me are soldiers high bombing or scouts also fighting me. Typically what I do is be like, alright, I'm up top, I can, you know, be ready to push. Communicate with your space makers. So your soldier, your roamer, wherever the fuck they're playing, communicate with your soldiers and see where they can land to try and help you out. So like for example, if I want to, you know, walk across and start hitting the scout, I'll try and like, you know, shoot him a little bit, and I'll tell my roamer to high bomb. And I might shift my distraction over here a little bit, wait for that guy to get distracted. As soon as that guy starts shooting my roamer, I'm gonna go and fuck him up. Little things like that, shooting at people who aren't looking at you. Being a combo scout, you need to be able to set yourself and your team up for success a lot of the times in a mid fight. Like, yeah, whether it goes to, like, if you see a demo man, maybe, you know, up top shooting up here, and maybe you're able to run across on him for 180 and back up quickly, do it. But instantly back up, you did good damage, and then what you should do now is maybe, like, rotate to another side. Because this guy's going to back up here, typically to either get his health back, or he's going to back up behind rock to get health from his medic. So that's where you could take a side. His vision and span is going to be limited. Then you should use your, without taking any damage, just rotate to another side. Oops. Maybe fucking jump up top here. Just rotate. Keep a good eye on everything. Keep vision. Keep vision of trying to find the other team's soldiers. Like for example, if you see a soldier, start walking over here. Position yourself over here. Because you know what that guy's going to do? That guy's going to bomb. Being able to put yourself in positions as he's about to bomb versus as he's already landing in. If he's already landing in, it's up to your medic to hit a surf at this point, and you have to insta-give him. Even if I just like sit here and I just pistol him a little bit, he's not going to jump right away because he's going to be scared of me. Most good soldiers will still bomb even if you already see them, and they're just going to make you shoot at them so their demos or scouts can shoot at you. That's the point of making a distraction. But most players, especially in lower division zones and pugs, if I just shoot this guy like here, he's not going to bomb anymore. Because, I mean, he knows I'm looking at him, then I can continue doing what I was doing. Then I can fight something else. Once I feel like he's going to bomb again, I'm going to reset my position, get my buff again, help my team take a side again. It's just that. Stopping the other team from developing their strategies on mids is one of the more important things you can do as combo scout. Using your 185 buff and being able to quickly move around the high ground, but also being eccentric with your combo is huge. So that's like going over right side. Now going over left side, what I like to do personally is I usually like to sit on the rock for a little bit, and I just do two little jumps to get over there real quick. Or you can also use winger. If you want to play really aggressive, you just winger jump up here or bash jump. I wouldn't recommend bash jumping because you're going to be bleeding and you're going to just take more damage than you need to. But what I like to do is I'll just like float from here to here on left side because I have all the vision in the world. I could see back here. I could see over there. I could jump spot their pack right here. I could still see a little bit right there. The only thing I can't see is behind there. Once they're behind there, that's when my team aggresses. That's when my soldiers, that's when you should command your soldiers to bomb. Again, you're the main caller on the team. You need to be the player that decides when you're going to fight. You need to be the player to tell your medic, all right, walk across this way. Come left, follow me left. Because your medic can beam you up top here, and you can take all the positioning in the world by just walking up top here and just shooting the floor. But again, once you make your presence known here, don't just stay here and just fucking shoot them. You're going to take damage. What you should do is maybe shoot them and fall back a little bit. Because they're not going to bomb now. Because they have no vision of where you are. If I'm standing here, they're just going to wait for me to get shot at. If I'm going to, like, maybe fucking hell, I can't jump. I don't know how to make this round timer. How the fuck do I make the round timer appear fucking go? Because MP21's not working. Because now I can see if they try to exit, if they try to engage. If they try to engage, it's simple. Then I chase them. Because right here, they're in a caught of overextending. Now they're overextending. It's very hard for them to hit this shot. I just walk across up top here, take the 1v1 that I get to choose, and I get a free kill. If I stand here, I'm just putting myself in more danger to take more damage than I need to, so I'm just going to chill right here. MP turn 1? I already did MP turn 1. It's not working. So I don't know why it's not working. But I'll just run back to it. It's no big deal. But, being in a position that allows you to take as little damage as possible, but also maintain a threatening presence is what not a lot of people. MP10 restart.
Let's waste them.
Hey, thanks, Reese. So that's not what a lot of people understand as combo scout. It's being able to just maintain a presence that no one understands. They don't understand that you being alive is very, very valuable in every situation possible. 100%. It's very, very important to understand that. Your presence alive and being on top for as long as possible is some of the most important shit. And it may sound redundant, but you'll be surprised how many advanced scouts or scouts in general will just run across, take a fight up top, take 120 damage, steal the pack from their demo man, and then fucking have to run all the way back up top. It's fucking stupid. Be able to play your positioning and being able to play a spot that's going to enable you to just deny people based off your positioning. It's like, for example, when players are pushing in, I'm not going to just fucking run off and shoot that guy. I'm going to just sit up top. I'm going to hurt my mind. Yeah, sometimes soldiers aren't even the best thing to shoot. Like for example, if there's two soldiers chilling out right here, I don't even need to shoot those guys. I'm just going to damage the classes that are going to deny my soldiers. Like, for example, if I tell Trip to high bomb right now to try and, you know, land here, land there to fuck up their combo, this guy has to shoot him. If he's not shooting him, then I run across up top here. Then this is where the engagement starts. Once Trip bombs and I see this guy look up, okay, let's get across. I'm going to fuck this guy up. I'm going to take their Seagull. I'm still going to, that guy's going to fall back now. My team's going to engage. And I'm going to, once I start seeing my team, once I see maybe my flank scout, maybe run across up top, or maybe Marmaloo goes in up top and Trip fucking just jumps into him, they're not going to be shooting at me. Is he the other team's best player? No, that's not true. This is the situation where you start walking forward when your soldier, your 300 health soldier, is taking all the damage. That's when you start to engage. You don't engage, and I still make that mistake too when I get caught up in fights a lot of the time, where I think I see someone just criminally overextended right here or right there, and I think I should just do that. I can just let Trip jump in with his 300 buff or his 200 health, and then I just walk across up top and just secure the round. That's all. That's a thing that even I struggle with sometimes, is just being able to let kills get away or let people die later than I think that they should. That's just a thing that I still struggle with. That's just my mentality as a player. I like getting things done quickly, when even though that's sometimes not the case a lot of the time. That's a thing I'm still challenging myself to learn, you know? Like, I'm banned from RGL, you don't be a retard, and you don't get banned. But if they're already banned you, you're probably not going to get them banned. Typically, if you're retarded, they will ban you. But yeah, any questions on like mid? Anyone watching have any idea? Because now we're going to go over like pushes into 2. What do I do when the other team slows counter bomb when I get shot? Okay, so if you know the other team, so that's a thing where you have to. That's a lot of thing that comes with experience. You need to know. You have to have the feeling when their soldiers want to bomb. So for example, typically when you see like a soldier stand in the back here, he's gonna use the terrain to jump. So for example, if you see a roamer standing here, he's gonna fucking bomb off here and try to land somewhere. That you have to be able to see the positioning and understand what things are going to happen. So there's 2 things you can do to prevent that. If your team's playing aggressive, you should try and find that jumper a little bit early. If there's nothing contesting you up top and nothing that's going to immediately threaten your team. Do I have fetal alcohol syndrome? No, I don't. Your insults suck, by the way. Call me racist terms if you're going to insult me. They're funnier. Like for example, if you're able to push across up top mad early, you should be shooting at the players that are going to try and land on your combo. This bad guy, I don't fucking care. If you're able to deny the guys who are going to land on your combo, that's going to give your team enough time to walk across the point. Do it beforehand. Do it if your whole idea on the mid is to play more aggressive, you need to be able to preemptively stop the people from bombing you. Okay, let's say they do get a bomb. Let's say this guy is already in the skybox here. You need to make sure that your medic and you have good synergy, and that you guys are able to back up and just start taking that guy. Yeah, it's a little bit on both. It's on both hands. If that guy hits the floor, what's a good way to get playing time if you're inexperienced and don't want to look stupid? Unfortunately, man, you just gotta like do TF2 center, pug champ, you know, find a team and scrim. You know, you're gonna look stupid if you're inexperienced, but I mean it happens. That's why there's divisions of more inexperienced players. If you play in a division that, you know, everyone else is around the same level and where people think you look stupid, I mean, it's going to happen. I mean, I've played on stream in front of hundreds of people and done stupid shit before, and people made fun of me for it, like in Twitch chat, and shit happens. I mean, you just kind of have to, that's kind of just going away with it. Ron Med, thanks for the party, bro. Thanks for the raid. Appreciate it. So, like, if the soldiers are already bombing you, you need to just be able to play in a position where your medic, first off, your medic can't get 2-rocketed. If your medic gets 2-rocketed, it's on him. I will always live by, I'm going to say, the Nursey rule. Nursey always had a rule where if a soldier lands on Nursey, if she's 150 health and she can't dodge a soldier, if that soldier gets off 2 rockets and either forces or kills her, it's her fault. And I think that's a great like rule of thumb to live by. If he gets off that 3rd rocket, it's your team's fault. That guy did not die fast enough. You need to be able to be in a position where you can stop that guy from getting off that 3rd rocket. So as soon as he's falling, that's when you want to start shooting at him. But other than that, I mean, mids are kind of like, you have to play mids very, very reactively, and that's why it's one of the hardest things to do as combo scout. You can either make it for your team or lose it for your team. Same thing as like your roamers or your demo. Anyone can make a play, but being the most important role in your team on mid fights, and that combo scout is one of them, especially on a map like Process, being able to sit up top and just have a presence of being able to deny people is some of the most important things you can do. And a lot of people don't understand that. So being in just in a position that creates a presence where players can't do anything is really, really good. But does anyone have any other questions before we move on to, we can go on to some pushes in 2. Because we're going to go over everything. We're going to go over his pushes in the last, where to hold last, how you should kite, everything. This is for you guys. I'll make sure that the new generation of combo scouts can be the next invite superstars. You may advance this way. Shoot, man. You weren't here. How to avoid spam early on mids? I mean, that's just like being able to survey the area. Like if you see a demo man shooting, like we're dancing, you're gonna get shot at. But as medic, who should be priority healing on mid? I'll go over that shortly. Just being able to know where the splash classes are. Like the only thing that can really fuck you on mids like process, if you're standing right here, try to just avoid like. Try to avoid small chokes like this, especially if you're scout. Remember, you only have a 185 buff. If you take 100 damage direct, you're down to 85 health. You just need to remember little things like that to be able to take less damage. So if you see a demo man here, just shoot at him a little bit and just look where he's facing. If he's facing you, like for example, if I'm playing demo and you're standing here, I'm either gonna predict your movement right and shoot right. Just look at where he's facing. If he's facing here, he's going to shoot in front. If he starts looking right, he's going to shoot right. Just little things like that. Like looking at like player models and where their like actual gun model is actually really important, because that's how you know when to dodge, because they're already tracking you. And before they shoot that projectile, that's when you should start moving in the opposite direction. But who you should be healing on mids? I mean, definitely it's as the mid starts, so there's like, look at this fat Spick flap his gums up and down talking about fucking video game. Dude, there we go. That's what I like to see, bro. Spick is good. I'm half Cuban. Let's go. That's some sick racist shit, man. I fuck with it. I fuck with it heavy. That's some good shit right there. Learn from I Miss My Wife, Chungus. Come on. You're fucking lacking out here. But, for example, like there's 3 parts to the mid. You have the start, you have the middle, you have the end of the mid. You should be healing your demo and soldiers enough to where that they don't need to get healed for the next couple seconds on the mid. Once you start developing into the later half of the mid, where you're actually beginning the push and actually beginning to fight, that's when you start walking forward and healing your combo scout. That's when you start taking ground with your scout. That's when you start crossing sides because you have the scout speed. That's what you start to do. Then once you're in the later half of the mid, you just find who's weak. If your combo scout's already buffed, just let him kind of do his thing, assuming that there's no threat. Just heal up your demo, heal up your soldiers, get ready for the transition into do. Make sure the heavy classes in your flank are buffed at that point. Then, pretty much when you're getting into that mid part of the mid and the aggression starts, your combo scout should be buffed enough where he can run you and him across, use his buff to take a shitload of ground, and the soldiers bomb in, and then that's when you start healing up your demo and your flank and actually the classes who are, super far in fighting, and then your combo scout kind of just starts walking forward again. But it should go projectiles, projectiles, scouts, projectiles again. Yeah, try to keep that rule of thumb. That's what I do in pugs. I try to get my projectiles to as healthy as possible, move on to my scouts. Move on to what if your team is rolling? Should you just commit med? I mean, yeah, if your team's committing, like let's say you're fucking rolling them. Let's say you're just shitting them. You get 2 fucking kills here. Yeah, your medic shouldn't be standing here. You should be commanding your medic to walk forward and get in the spot you just took, because if you got 2 fresh kills here, their team's either over here or leaving. If you leave your medic lagging behind here, if he's just chilling out here, but your combo scout's here now because you assume he's walking forward, like, I mean, honestly, yeah, Chungus is kind of right. You should all know to keep rotating in that situation. If you get that kill here, he's actually right. If you get these early kills here, like if your team calls, I got 2 kills left, this guy should then just walk forward and then get in the position. Because, yeah, your medic can have no vision of them bombing, but that's why you're already up here. But yeah, as soon as you get those kills here, like let's say their demo goes left and Marmaloo fast rolls out and fucking nukes this guy instantly. Let's say he's dead. Yeah, of course, we should just take the side that the demo got killed on. And then take that high ground, because now they have nothing to shoot up top with. The only thing that they could shoot us with is soldiers. And I'm just going to sit up top and now wait for their soldiers. I'm going to be 185 the whole time. If a scout chooses to fight me, I'm going to be buffed the whole time. He may not be, because I'm not getting shot at. But he's getting shot at by sigh. Like little things like that. Yeah, that's the thing. If IM and main players are just staying in one spot, even though they get picked, you have to develop into rotating. If you don't develop or rotate into the mid, it's going to fail more often than it's going to work. You're leaving yourself in a position where everyone knows where you are. That's the biggest problem. You need to be able to put yourself in a position where you're going to be able to rotate and make the next move as fast as possible. Like, the things that I'm thinking are like, okay, cool, I got these kills. Are they already leaving? Cool, my flank scout caps here. Let's instantly push sewer. Rotate into 2. All right, we're already ready to make the next move by that point. Little things like on-the-fly thinking and positioning is very, very important to snowball into bigger things. That's the biggest thing. If you just stand here and, like, wait for frags to come to you, it's a double-edged sword. Yeah, it could work, but there's also a chance because if this guy dies, your medic is just standing here. Like, again, yeah, your medic could also just hit a surf, but God forbid he doesn't hit that surf. Now he's already over here, has cover, you know, he has cover, he has, like, room to terrain to run by, you know, things like that. Just little things like that, man. When can I bomb his demo? I am actually an advocate for bombing demos into Snake Water last, and my team will not let sigh do that. Makes me very, very sad. I think sacking a demo on some maps is so sick. I wish we could do it more. Snake Water last is already retardedly hard to push out of, so I wouldn't mind sacking a demo personally. But hey, man, I don't make the rules. Alright, anything else on mid before I move on to the next part? Anyone have any other questions about mid fights or just scout in general before I move on to the next part here? Like bombing demo on Snake? Hey, man. Bombing demos is good in last pushes and good in some pushes. Did you talk about pushing across scout point? I mean, yeah, pushing across the scout, I already talked about that. Like, for example, if you see, like, for example, if you drop to the floor, if you chill in his roam or once you jump in, I'll get to this question. I'm going to talk about Jeep's question. For the people who missed it, have you ever seen an opportunity, if you're 185 and you see a fucking demo man just chilling here, dude, grow a fucking pair of nuts and trade damage with him. God forbid you get pipe at him for 180, that's when your roamer just trades for a demo. If you're able to trade damage on the other team's demo man and you're able to get out for free, in my opinion, that's good. If you can trade damage for the demo, always take that trade. Push across point. Take some position here. Like, for example, if you're playing an aggro, let's say you guys want to take, you know, right side, you can just have your fucking flank jump over and maybe run your medic behind. I don't know. Sometimes if you can create a chaos mid like that, you can do a mid like that where you can use your buff and just fucking run across point. Yeah, you might feed for it, but you might get 3 for it. That's up to how your team wants to play, though. Pushing across the scout is very, very good, but also it's a very, very vulnerable position for you to get fucked up. Just, it works very well if you do it in a controlled environment rather than a chaotic environment. If you're chilling as roamer when you should bomb, I mean, I'm not the best. I'm terrible at roamer, personally. I don't really have the best decision-making as, our friend got scammed by this guy who owns a group. Nah, bro, sorry, I don't know how to help you. But, for example, for roamers, I mean, that's not my forte, but for me, for example, just listen to what gets damaged. Listen to things. You can be the one to initiate the fight for your combo scout, or your combo can be the one to initiate for the flank. If your demo hits a sick pipe, yeah, bomb the guy that got piped. Like, if the med guy hit 50, go ahead, bomb him. Or bomb the demo, since he may not be getting healed. Bombing the medic isn't always the most important thing. Just try to bomb for positioning and try to bomb to get out. But what the fuck, if my flank scout didn't shoot a soldier, I would kill him. Should the combo scout be clean up bombing soldiers? It's a combined effort. It's a combined effort. You need to be in the same, you guys need to be able to work together to shoot denying soldiers, depending on the positioning. If I'm not in position to shoot a guy, Yo should be able to help out with that soldier still. But typically, your combo scout should be in the position most of the time to deny it. Your combo scout should be the one denying and killing soldiers, I would say 80% of the time in most mid fights. Unless your mid's play is to focus on killing soldiers, which you can do mids on that with scouts, as you just play your scouts passive. How do I play the mid if my enemy team roll out? So you always roll out the opposite direction of that guy. If this guy goes here, we'll go right. Every single time. There's no reason not to. If you ever see a soldier or any flank player get into here, never fight in that same doorway. Because you don't know when he's going to come out. They're all communicating with him. You're not communicating with that guy. Go the opposite side of him. Isolate him out of the fight. Make sure you keep his presence known. Keep him on a mental timer. Whenever things get behind me on mids, I'm just like shooting at things because I know they're going to wait for that guy. Then I just keep him on a mental timer. Okay, peek IT real quick. Okay, he's not peeking. Call me a fight. 3, 2, 1. Okay, he's not there. 3, 2, 1. Okay, he's there. Let me shoot at him a little bit. Just roll it opposite of that guy. Makes your life easier. Alright. I need to make sure I miss any questions. It doesn't look like I missed anything. It doesn't look like I missed anything. Cool. Alright. Yeah, Jeep's right here. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, if you -2, like for example, there's a comm my team makes where like if Trip or Marmaloo go for a play on mid or sighguy dies instantly, make a play, get a kill in 5 seconds or leave. It's like we gotta get a kill in 3 or leave. Or I just say leave or commit, leave or commit. First person says leave, we're out. Don't take unnecessary risks. Best loadout weapon for NG, just throw it on the Jag and the Frontier Justice. This thing's fucking busted. This shit is stupid. Use this because it builds your shit faster. This is also because you get crits. I've held points with this before, getting like 2 revenge crits and then fucking one-shotting both scouts for 180 damage. It's actually busted. Alright, let's go over 2. Mid fights are usually the most hectic. Oh yeah, Gun. Do I have something named Gun? I have this named Gun. Alright. What about dealing with players behind? Say the roamer bombs in tower sewer. You should just aggress. Just go forward. There's a guy behind, again, like just go forward. Like, if he bombs in the sewer, just walk across left. Or, yeah, you could send back a guy and kill him. It depends how your team wants to play it. You as your main caller, should be making that call. If you guys want to go kill that guy, cool, man. Go get the free kill. Make it a 5v6. But also, it's still a 5v6 up here. Just remember that if you need to remember this guy. Keep him on a mental timer. Every 3 seconds. Quick scan. Fuck him up. Quick scan. Fuck him up. Quick scan. Fuck him up. Just do that. Keep your head on a swivel the entire time, man. Be able to just turn around. Quick 180s. Keep people on a mental timer when things get behind. Don't commit your life to the thing behind unless it is a part of your team's book. If you want to go back and kill that guy, make the comm. It has to be fucking instant. Because if you're going to chase a roamer, he's just going to get out IT or get out sewer and fucking bomb out IT. And, oh, God. Scouts out of the fight. They're down a bomber. Then they're going to Bach. It's going to bomb. It's going to be a whole shit fest. This guy's going to be 200 health again. He's going to come in and fuck you guys up again. Or he's just going to lurk behind still. Like, when people... You gotta know something. When another team sends a player behind, they typically have a play. What's up, yup? They typically have a play for that guy going behind. There's not just a fucking magic reason. Am I uploading this to YouTube? Nah, other people... I'm just going to keep it on my Twitch VODs or someone else can upload it. I don't really care. There's not just a magic reason why in a scrimmer match this guy's going to fast bomb, land here, and go behind. Typically, there's a play that's going to be made with that guy going there. Unless it's a pug and you're just fucking around. Yeah, then it doesn't matter. But for example, in a scrimmer match, if someone's landing here and intentionally going behind and not partaking in the first part of the mid fight, typically they're gonna make a play out of it. So that's when you gotta keep on a high alert and make the comm. Oh, get across, fuck these guys up, because they're not gonna be ready for the instant aggression unless it's part of their play. They may kite your aggression, and then this guy comes out of nowhere and you forget about him because you got too aggressive. Some teams will play around that. You gotta be careful with stuff like that. And as combo scout, it's important to remember those things. How to play mid when your flank scout runs sniper to mid? I mean, just play even more passive. You're playing off the sniper. Make sure things don't land on your combo for free. That's pretty much it. You could also kick them off the team, yeah. Alright. That's enough with mid. We're going to take a break with mid. We're going to go into 2. So pushing into 2, I mean, because holding 2 is it's pretty simple. I mean, you kind of just stand on high ground and shoot them, and take selective fights. So pushing into 2. Let's start with the Al Qaeda push. First off, never leave this doorway. Here's why you never leave this doorway. Traps here, traps in the corner, above on the right, traps here, the box, traps here. Let your 300 health soldier go in here because he could just clear it all easily with rockets. And God forbid he eats a pipe, he's still 200 health. If you eat a pipe, oh God, fuck, I took 100 damage. Oh, and that spam rocket from my T I wasn't ready for. I took 40. Oh, I gotta back up, grab this pack, walk back in. Oh God, they're already aggressing because I walked out. Let your soldier walk up to here and dodge around a little bit, and then that's when you start walking around a little bit, start surveying, getting some information. And, that's when you can, realize you could start walking up here, shooting some shots here, get a little aggressive, little things like that. Like things like that. Hit me with that one? I know I hit you with that one. Hell yeah, I hit you with that one. That shit work. You know that shit work. Walk here, take aggressive, take a little bit more aggressive approach. Fight on the stairs. This is the part where your health is the most important in any situation. You are the most important class to help walk forward and take ground and positioning now at this point. This is where your buff comes into play, because now you have the option to take an exchange, and we'll talk about it post Uber exchange. My friend got scammed by this guy in his group. Yo. No one's trying to help you, bro. I'm sorry. You can add him on Discord, but fuck, man. I ain't trying to help, cuz. I'm sorry. That was savage. But yeah, we'll talk about Uber exchanges here towards the end. It's kind of fucked up, though. He's just trying to get some help. But this is where you select your 1v1s now. Again, don't fucking tunnel one guy. Maybe shoot this guy 3 times, look back, spread the damage, maybe walk over here now. But then, once you get to some high ground, then you can start, commanding your soldiers. As you start taking ground, there should be a spot where you're like, all right, guys, get ready. Get ready to get in. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, now you're already walking forward. Now you're taking this ground. And you should already be buffed by that time. That's pretty much it. You should be able to take that ground without taking a lot of damage. It's going to be hard because people are going to shoot you. But again, that's why you look around. That's why you see, okay, there's a scout there, soldier there, demo there, flanks in IT. Okay, your flank says, oh my god, they're deep IT. Okay, let's start walking up this way then. Take the ground that isn't getting spammed. Let's say you have an Uber, though. Let's say you're walking in and they're down a soldier, let's say. Let's say they're down their pocket. Now you can walk in. Now there's only one splash class. This is where you have the opportunity to just walk up, fuck up the demo man, dance around a little bit, do a lot of damage, and try to force the Uber with your pocket. The goal is to make them pop first. The goal is to always mean they will want to take the exchange if they're down numbers. They want to take that exchange. They want to use that 8 seconds of Uber to have their guy come back, get crit healed, and ready to fight again. And then it's just a 6 versus 6, and you're in a shitty position. The goal is to get them to Uber first, and you have a 3-second better Uber, and then you win just by having a better Uber. And being able to take selective fights like that and telling your medic what you want to do is very, very important. Those are the things that you got to look out for as a combo scout, because watching team scrim, like I poke around when I'm not scrimming, or if my scrims end early. I look at some of the the advanced players stream their scrims or matches, and sometimes they do some of the stupidest shit I've ever seen that has costed their team rounds and like costing them games because they do the fucking most stupid shit in Ubers. And I do stupid shit in Ubers too, don't get me wrong. I get caught up with things, but it happens. But I don't do it as much as the next guy. I'm not watching your demo, bro. Maybe later. Right now we're not. But last pushes aren't crazy hard with combo scout. There's only really 2 things you can do, in my opinion, as combo scout. How do I help pressure when my roamer's sacking? It's not really your job. I mean, your whole thing is like you should coordinate maybe like your pocket to fake sack, and maybe like you walk in and peek a little bit, maybe clear traps here, walk in a little bit, do a little damage, and then just try to work a sack in. You kind of just show your like existing here. You kind of just run around and be like, hey guys, shoot me, I'm retarded, shoot me, and you run away, and they bomb you. Bad players will chase that frag. Good players won't chase that frag. They'll just shoot at you with their pistol or a rocket, and they'll wait for the other guy to feed. That's pretty much it. but you don't really do much to sack. You could help turn it into a sack. Like let's say it's you guys don't have Uber, but it's even. Let's say you guys have like 60-70% Uber, and you guys are taking a fight and they're down a demo. Let's say you're walking in. That's when you can, you know, walk in, try to shoot their medic for like 40, and then not commit, but also just sack a player in the chaos. That you can turn things into that with sacking. That's a thing not a lot of people do, is turning pushes into sacks. But that usually comes with time. That'll come when you play with more experienced players, turning plays into sacks. You know, being able to walk in, if you don't see anything, all right, yo, can you sack? Ask your flank if you can sack. All right, yeah, I can sack. All right, cool. As soon as that guy sacks, commit a little bit more forward, make them start really shooting at you, and then you back up, and then, oh, your med's dead, retard. See ya, stupid, and you run out with your med, and you have full Uber. Or maybe, like, you rotate through sewer, and they're not ready for you, then you're already back in through another doorway. Just little things like that, man. But last pushes, there's only two things you can pretty much really do as combo scout. It's either get kills or play point. If you're going to get kills, I mean, process is a little hard. I like to basher jump up here sometimes and, like, really chase. Let's say we go through 3 and, like, side bombs up top. I'll just, like, basher jump up here with my Uber. Pressure them a little bit. Try to get a kill, maybe. And what I do instantly is just, I tell one of my soldiers, yo, shoot the point. And I just stand here, edge cap a little bit, run off, wait, and I just keep playing point as much as possible. I try to be a little shit. I'm a little gnat. I go for kills if they're easy kills, but most of the time I'm just trying to do this. Just get that dub, man. That's what I'm trying to do. Get that dub ski. And that's how you force players out of out of good spots. If you have people hiding here and you start capping, they're gonna walk forward. And then that's when you get off the point, collect your frag, and just kind of hover on and off the point. You know, like little things like that are actually huge. Like, if there's no stickies on point and you want to get a kill, jump across the point as scout. Get cap time while you're taking your fights. Like jump on and off of a point. Avoid the spam. Like the demo's gonna try sticking it in single deck. Like that's when you just jump on and off and fuck them up. Jump back, get on point again. Jump off, back, get on point again. Things like that during a fight are huge, especially if it's not easy to cap. If it's just like you're just slowly inching the point forward, and like, oh, now that scout had to drop down. Now he's fighting you. Now your demo hits him for 80. Boom, free kill. Cap. Oh, the demo dropped down now. Oh, hit him for 100. He's dead too, and then you win the round. But I mean, obviously, spot for off classes, spot where the gun is, spot where the sniper is, spot where the medic is, figure out how to work a sack in there, you know, little things like that. Formulate a 2-man. Also, you guys need to start 2-man sacking more. Sack 2 players, man. Don't just fucking sack 1 player. That shit's so dumb. Especially on, like, maps like Snakewater or Gully Wash. How do you push mid 2 from... You pushed a second from IT. I mean, mid to second from IT. I mean, you kind of just it's not really like anything super hard. You kind of walk in, check traps. Again, you're going through 2. I like going through lower because you're going through 1 choke point. You have 2 choke points you gotta fight through. You have to fight through this one from the roamer, just spamming rockets the entire time, and then you gotta fight through the stickies up here, and the combo gonna fight you here. It's just things like that. Like this is one of the harder. Like, you really take this doorway. If you can climb up here undetected, you pocket shoots 1 rocket, no stickies, pop around the corner, and you're fucking cutthroat into them. That's when you should really go for like a balls to the walls play. Other than that, if I'm trying to get in, I usually get in through here, cut out this way, clear the stickies, wait for my meta to get through. Once there's no stickies, I'll walk forward and, you know, pressure a little bit and then get him out. Or, like, you know, if I have an opportunity, we'll just fucking Uber, cutthroat, try to catch out a demo, rotate lobby, push last. Things like that. I mean, you should know what you want to do when you're doing the push. Like, if I'm going up here, I'm Ubering around the corner, and I'm either going to get into lobby or here and get kills. If I want to kite, I'm going to get through here and kite to choke. If I want to go deep, I'm going to go here, into there, up here, into there. Just things like that. But, I mean, I don't like doing a lot of IT pushes. I mean, they're cool. I think they work really, really well, but I like doing Al-Qaeda pushes. I think Al-Qaeda pushes are fucking so free. Just walking in, taking literally all this ground for free. Just walking in, avoiding spam, jumping up and down, running around town. Bro, you're not going to get touched in Al-Qaeda if you have good positioning. And just letting like your pocket and demo slowly walk forward while you're supporting them. But yeah, man, like those are some of like the decisions that like I like to do in matches and scrims in a more serious environment. Those are a lot of the things I like to do. Hold on, I gotta check something. I mean, that's what I do. That's a lot of the decision making I like to make. I mean, I hope if anyone has any questions again, I mean, I can talk about literally anything with Scout. I've played it a bunch. I think I'm pretty good at it. That's pretty much just a little bit more of an advanced guide on like more of the like small things to look out for while you push. Holds are holds. I mean, you should know how to hold. You know, you deny soldiers, you know, you clear doorways. I mean, then you push. Like, it really just develops back into another little mid-fight. Like, if you walk through choke, I mean, IT, you kind of just, you're popping through here. If you're going choke or sewer, you're going to want to try and milk. And then it goes in and repeat the mid-fight process. Walk up here, survey the area, deny soldiers, get good damage out, fall back. It's the same thing as a mid-fight. Think of it that way. If that's what makes it easier for you. I will leave the question open up for I will leave it up for debate now. Any other questions? I will answer all of them. If not, I mean, I don't really know what else to do. Gully Scout? Ooh, okay. Gully Scout? I fuck with some Gully Wash. Any strat mids instead double bombs? I mean, yeah, we already went over that. Like, I mean, for example, if you're doing like strats for, you know, mids, like I said, you can do stuff like getting out early pressure, taking positioning, and things like that. I've already went over stuff like that. But you can just kind of, if you want, I'm not really going to go over it again since we're going to go over Gully Wash a little bit now. How valuable are your soldiers' lives on mids? For the beginning, very important. Towards the end where, you know, kills are being exchanged, they kind of slowly mean less and less. Obviously, having your soldiers alive is really important, and I like having my roamer alive most of the time on mids, so I could have him ready to make pretty much any play in the book I need him to. But, I mean, if your soldiers are trading out for demos and scouts, those are good trades. I mean, if you're like literally if your soldier trades with another soldier, or you're that's a side, like that's literally fine. And if you also trade scout, like soldier scout or soldier demo or soldier knight, those are all upgrades. So I mean, I would say they're definitely like the least valuable, but you can lose mids by losing your soldiers first. If your soldiers don't do much on mids and they don't have successful bombs, that's how you can lose mids. Your soldiers, I would say, are probably your, like I said, your least valuable, but still have a key part of the mids that aren't the biggest turnaround, but can have huge impact. So remember that. Your scouts and demos are your money makers on mid, in my opinion. Your soldiers help cover ground and help gain positioning for your scouts and demos to fuck on people. Unless you're marmaloo and you just get kills all the time for free. Because you're a god. Tips making strafe aim a habit. That's a hard habit. I aim a lot with strafe. I play on 14 inches. I used to play on 22 on scout back in the day. But whenever I'm in a 1v1 a scout, very minimal mouse movements and strafe movements. But again, you're going to sacrifice a lot of your movement. You're going to not be moving around as much, you know. You're going to sacrifice a lot of that shit, you know. You really got to... There's a trade-off for it. Strafe aim will give you better aim in 1v1s and fights because you're slowing down your shots and waiting for them to move into your crosshair, and you just have to click when they move on it. But again, you're going to be more vulnerable to soldiers and demos in other fights if you also keep that habit. You need to be able to quickly... Okay, I'm fighting a soldier. Yep, no problem. I can jump around nice and easy. Just jump around, fucking keep my... You know, track him nice and well. Do nice movement like this. Be a little fancy with it and shit. But as soon as you're fighting that scout, strafe aim. Nice and slow, steady movements. You got to just burn that into your fucking skull. I used to do the same shit all the time, man. How to avoid spam and use HP efficiently in team fights, especially when getting focused. So like I said, I already went over that in process. If you're the one getting focused, like if you could tell you're getting hard focused, you need to tell your team to fucking shoot the guy shooting you. It goes both ways. If your soldiers can land on 2 scouts shooting you, fucking back up, wait for them to bomb, then you walk in and fuck them up. Like I said, if you're trying to avoid spam, I mean... The whole goal is to get this guy from shooting you to shoot at this guy bombing your medic. Oh, and then you kill the scout. I'm going to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back, and then we'll go over some gully wash. Alright, this is my last mat because my dad's probably moving in like an hour and a half and I gotta help him with some shit, so let's do some gully wash. Alright. So gully wash. Gully motherfucking wash, man. This is one of the harder mids to play scout. Mainly just because it's very, very small, so you need to be careful when you're aggressing. Like, there's not a lot of land or ground for you to really maneuver on. You pretty much have this. You can bounce around here, jump around a little bit. This is a really good jump to try and perfect without winger. You just jump from the edge of this box to here. It may take a couple tries, but you got to kind of jump towards the end of the box here. A little bit of a jump right here. It leaves you a little bit vulnerable because you need to strafe a little bit. You can do a little bit of a strafe jump and really take high ground here. So you're really, if you jump up here and the demo sees you going for it, you're going to take a sticky. Just mind that, but again, just chill for a sec, get buffed up, and fight. But really, just what I do on this mid, it's very, very important. This is one of the most important mids to keep track of soldiers. First off, you should try to keep maybe a soldier on the floor to try and, you know, match what their guy's doing, so you can see if something goes up drop. But really just kind of float around here, play around here. Try to be in a position to know where the soldiers are, so when they're ready to bomb, you're ready to counter them. That's kind of what you got to do. That's a thing that not a lot of players will do is keep track of soldiers. Soldier management is very important on this mid because it's very, very small. This guy can do a little jump and land right on your combo in a fucking heartbeat. If you know this guy's here and this guy's here, then you could start walking forward, taking positioning. You know, watch out for stickies on the point. You know, jump wide around here. You have to know where soldiers are at all times, and that's honestly the most important thing, and will always be the most important thing. Is just making sure that you know where enemy soldiers are, so you can push across point. Other than that, this mid is very heavily influenced by our splash classes. If your demo can keep them locked up here and your soldiers can, you know, get shot at, and then you can walk across point and, you know, isolate a fight right here and get this kill here, you can win the mid pretty easily. But also the same thing will happen to you very, very quickly. So just keep that in mind when you're playing this mid. It's very, very important for that. I mean, honestly, 굴리워시 Scout, it's very reminiscent of Granary. You don't do a lot as combo scout on this map. It's very influenced. Like, for example, the most action you're gonna have is this transition right here. This is gonna have where you're gonna have influence when you're walking in. What I like to do is I like to keep my medic safe here. Get information. Check for sniper. Sniper's pressured. Cool. Walk your medic in. Usually, what I like to do is I like to have my medic. I'll spot here. Cross behind rock. Cross behind. I keep him here out of any sight lines. And what I would do next is just cross him up again. I mean, you could also just hug this wall here. I mean, this is still another sight line you got to battle. I like just having him go from here to here and have easier access to high ground. But really, honestly, Scout on 굴리워시, if you just kind of do the same shit I told you on process with, you know, positioning, trying to avoid spam, you know, soldier management, just a little bit more on higher alert. Those are the things that are it's almost the same. Just let your soldiers and demos initiate more of the fights on this mid. Like this is their map. Like River, you shouldn't be taking a 2v1 with a soldier. A 1v2 with a soldier. You should wait. Like, this is where fucking your pocket can go in and just fucking shit on everyone in here. Then you come in and just, alright, I did 4 damage to them and they both die. I mean, honestly, like, even stuff for, like, off-classing, like, just engineer. I mean, like, this is a map that 굴리워시 Scout is very, 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 very textbook, in my opinion. It's very, very textbook. You don't really do much on this map as Scout. You could do a lot, but again, that's how it depends how you main call. If you take a lot, so Process is a great map to scale things on. Process has a lot of things that enable all classes in the game. This is more of a map that kind of suppresses Scout a little bit, unless that's how your team environment plays around with them more. Like, for example, my team I definitely have a higher level initiative in my team than lower level teams. I'm the guy who makes the shots a lot of the time, and I'm the guy who's being healed in a lot of the transitions, so I'm the guy coming in and getting frags, and I'm the guy walking in and fucking shitting on kids. It's for most teams, it's also reverse, where like their pocket jumps up here, their medic catches him and does a shitload of damage. My team will still do that, but again, you just need to be able to dial yourself back a little bit. As combos can be like, okay, I'm gonna play more reserve, you know, play as more of a support and a backbone for my team in most transitions and fights, so I can help trade out kills more effectively. That's what you need to do as Scout as 굴리워시. You know, time it back a little bit, relax for a sec, things like that. You don't gotta be super aggressive or super crazy. I mean, mid fights, it really depends. Like, if you're, I mean, we already talked about what you do if you go left. You know, kind of jump around here, and on top of point. If you're going right, I mean, really, just chill here for a sec. Try to take no damage. Wait for their soldiers. As soon as their soldiers land, it's gonna be a little hard to dodge here because you kind of have to like work from here to here. You know, kind of just like float around here. But like float off these boxes and kind of just like jump around here for a sec. It's gonna be a little hard to kind of like get this movement down without looking at it if you haven't played a lot, or like, you know, your movement's not the greatest. Like I like fuck up this jump sometimes while like trying to maintain like looking at this guy. Jump from here these boxes to this fence to avoid soldier spam while keeping track of them is actually harder than it seems a lot of the time. And once they land here, you just get those kills as fast as humanly possible. Like, those guys need to get 1, 2, next target. Ready for the next guy. Walk forward, get the fuck out of the corner, take position here. And that's how you do a right side mid as combos go. Your soldier should be the one landing there and landing in here and fucking people up, or landing in here, denying positioning, and then walking forward and shit like that. That's what you guys got to do. Any questions on Gullywash? Because I think Gullywash is pretty straightforward as Combo Scout. It's kind of just, you know, clear traps, you know, check, you know, just maybe like, you know, check traps and hiding spots. That's pretty like universal at this point, I feel like. But there's not a lot of like crazy like textbook shit. Process is a map that really you can mold into your Combo Scout series. Same thing for a demo or pocket. I truly think that map is one of the most versatile for pretty much all classes. Has a high skybox for your soldiers to do shit in. Has a lot of high ground for your demo man to shoot on. Also has a lot of terrain for your scout to run around on. Like things like that. This map, not really for scout, but you can definitely still influence it depending on the team. But do what I said in process. Just step back a little bit in a lot of the initiating and let your team do that. Like, make sure that you're like alive to run your medic out, because a soldier can cover a lot of ground. How is she pushing into last as pocket scout? So pocket scout, when you're pushing into last, you have 3 main doorways you can go through. I'm not gonna count balcony because you shouldn't really take an Uber into there as combo scout unless it's like fucking they only have 2 up. Right here, lead here. Kill the pyro and gun. Kill the pyro here as soon as possible. That's defend last. Switch to either pyro or engineer or heavy. NG if you have time. NG if you have time. If you're a flank scout, switch to pyro, protect your gun. Heavy NG, heavy pyro. I would do in no time heavy pyro, deny the Uber. Heavy just stays 450 for the post. Things like that. But anything that sniper is decent. I mean, I think sniper's fine because if you can get him here, you can shut down all the river, and also just like leave. And so if you're getting fast bombed, and you're safe. But I'm pushing into last here. What I like to do is fight here, get the kill here. If you get a kill here or you get nothing here, take this ground fucking instantly. Take this ground, get your medic up here, and chill here. Chill top right the whole time. Deny positioning. Don't overcommit to the point. Let your soldiers and scouts play the point. Unless you think it's absolutely dire that you need to drop down and get a kill. But most of the time, I would say 80% of the time you should be up here, just chilling out up here and getting frags. Well, yeah. I mean, like your projectiles should like spam pyro gun. I mean, you should try to help. I mean, you kill that pyro instantly. And if you kill him and you still have a lot of Uber left, you know, try to take the high ground. And you know, I don't like standing here just because you don't have a lot of room to kite and move around. On here, you have health pack, ammo, things like that. But like, try to hold here as combo scout a lot of the time. Don't overcommit to the point. Try to be alive. To support your splash classes doing what they need to do. That's pretty much what it comes down to. And then, like I said, unless you have to drop down to fucking win the round, drop down and win the round. But other than that, you should be able to win the round being able to just hit these guys for 60, 40 damage every single time. And like your demo just shoots point and shoots spawn, and your soldiers just kind of fuck things up. But yeah. Maintain positioning, spot the off classes, use the window of all giving. You can get all the information you need. You can see if a gun's there, you can see if a gun's in the corner, you can see if it's top right, and formulate a push off that. And then walk in, pick a door, play the positioning as combo scout. If you're going shutter, same thing. Go shutter, push them in the spawn, kill them as they come out of the left shutter. Play back with your medic, and you're chilling, man. You'll be straight chilling. All right. That's like I said, Gullywash I think is pretty self-explanatory. It translates across to a lot of levels in TF2. When should you go secret? I mean, there's a lot of cap time, and you know, if you're feeling a little frisky and you want to try and get a little bit of back cap, I think you should go secret. Like for example, I mean, if you really want to take a chaotic fight, like let's say you guys like, let's say it's 5v6, let's say 6v5, you guys have a pick, and you have like a pick on a soldier, and there's not a lot of time left, and you take an Uber, and you get a kill, and you really want to for some reason just have a need for feed, you could fucking drop down here and try to bait a guy to chase you, go secret, play down here, take a fight down here, you know, come here, edge point, run back in, come out the other side. You know, things like that. Like you could really do a lot in Secret, but flank scout really should kind of come down here. Get the point, you know, play the point a little bit, run back, fuck around a little bit, come back in, stop. Like as soon as you hit that, come back, shoot the things you're comboing. Like your flank scout can be just here, pinching them. They can hide down here, check to see if it's clean. Gotta get some point presence. Fight them up top here. Combo scout, last resort. Flank scout, use it as a utility. Don't use it as a way to win rounds. Use it as a way to help your team win. You're not gonna get instantly good by stickies. Just play here, run off, stay here, do it again maybe. Like you could like sit here for a second, do it again, then recommit. Common sticky spots to avoid on last. Oh, yes sir. I can absolutely do that. I love sticky traps. You're pushing shutter. Mind this one. You can hide it better. Right here. If you're even holding last, you can do that as well. Kill a guy peeking. Like for example, if you're a demo man and you're like going back to hold last. Yeah, I know, X. I have the best sticky traps in the fucking game. No one knows about my traps, bro. Ain't no one knows about my sticks, bruv. Like right here, you have free kill here. You could literally win a round off here. What else we got? There's one on the door. What door? Am I retarded? Oh, here. I mean, this is more common.
Stand on the point, you git.
I mean, you can still see it. I mean, with a glance, you may not see the one there, but you can definitely make that better. If you're playing flank scout, watch out for that. You know, traps right here. Watch out for those. I've literally just ran around and just put sticky traps around places before. What else we got? In the shutter? I already did the one in the shutter. Right yond. 10 years YouTube for nothing. Yeah, man, traps are fucking sick. You can get a little spicy here if you're defense demo. You can get a little spicy right here. Maybe try to just get a free flank kill. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I mean, bro. Nah, I mean. I got a couple good ones on mid. Another one you're thinking of? I don't know then. This is my personal favorite. Put some there. Put some there. Can't even see that John, bro. Cause they're gonna walk in here and be like, oh, cause they're not gonna notice that in the fucking heat of battle. They're gonna be like this. Oh, yeah, we good? Oh, yo, traps right here, come in. I found him. Oh shit, your whole fucking combo exploded. What else I got? No one does this one anymore. Trap the ammo. You can kind of see it through big door, but I mean, if they're walking wide here and like gonna walk in, you might be like sneak a kill here. I mean, yeah. If you don't know about this one, come on, bruh. Everyone be knowing about this one. Everyone be knowing about that one, chief. I think it works better on the other side too. Oops. I think it works better on this palette. Yeah, definitely works better on this side. Reason why you should play blue team. Blue team has its advantages. Reason being, here's why blue has a better team. When you're holding mid, you can stand up there. You can't stand up there. You can hide palette. You can hide your traps in this palette better than the other palette. Fucking What else you guys want to know about Gully? I got some shit. I got some shit on Gully. I don't think this button works. Wow, this button works too. You could do that one too. There's a spot up here. You can go top cactus. You can go on top cactus if you want. Yeah, Lucas, that's a good one too. You can do it inside the big door as well. You can do traps right here. So, you know, if you're, you lost, like, for example, like, if your demo gets out really early, you can put traps right here. The next one works as well. Yeah, you can see it. But mainly, again, back to Combo Scout, that's, like, what it comes down to a lot of the time. Combo Scout, like I said, take what I said in process and just dial it back a little bit in terms of aggression and initiation, and you can make it work on Gully Wash. Same as Granary. But yeah. I'm telling you, man. Think with your brain. Did the stream die? Nah. Did it die? Ooh. Alright, hopefully this fixes itself. Oh my god, I'm 10,000 kilobytes? Beast. The fuck is happening? Oh. Hey, we back, boys, we back. We fucking back. It's bad because of the virus? Maybe I got coronavirus. Alright, I mean, other than that, I mean... Scout wise, I think I pretty much covered a lot of the things that I would like to think a higher level invite player thinks at, and not a lot of people really talk about. The cone trap's best. Fuck yeah, the cone trap's best. Does anyone have any closing questions? Because I gotta go help my dad with something relatively soon, so I'm going to end my stream shortly. You can also move the cone. Yo. Bring this motherfucker to mid, bro. Let's go. Oh shit! I'm just gonna leave it as a video. I'm not gonna upload it to YouTube. Someone else can do it and fucking upload it. I don't care. I don't have a YouTube that I like upload to. So yeah, I kind of just use Twitch. I don't know how to edit because I'm retarded. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it from me. Thank you guys for pulling up. We had a lot of people actually watching this. I think we peaked at like 70 some fucking viewers. It's crazy. While people want to fucking learn how to play some Combo Scout. I see a couple big names and a couple up and comers too. I saw a couple up and comers in chat. But yeah, I might do stuff like this more if people like it, but right now, I mean, that pretty much comes down to the most of like decision making that I make at an invite level that not a lot of people flip the cone.
Stand on the bloody point, you half-wit.
Here, I got you. Watch this shit. Ready? Fuck. Ooh, got him. Yeah, you can upload it. I don't really care. See more scrims? It's playoffs, so I might. I probably will. I don't know, we'll see. Alright. I will aim if you upload, that's cool. I'm not gonna freak out if you upload it. I'm fucking beat. That was fun. I like that. That was pretty cool. Hopefully you guys learned something. If you didn't, I'm sorry. I think I went over some key points that a lot of people don't really know. And oh, yo, what was that? Easter egg. Dude, it's a fucking glove. One last question. What do you need to keep in mind once you're playing Combo Scout when you're making the next move? being able to be able to think quickly on your toes was one of the most important things. Is there anything up here? Wow, it's fucking toxic. Alright, I'm done, skis. I gotta get ready. Alright, Trico, you missed the entire thing. It's all good though, Chief. We're gonna host my man Tiger, cause Tiger's my boy. Go watch Tiger. Thanks for pulling up. We streamed for like a little over an hour and a half almost. I'm good, but I'm ending my stream. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it.